Welcome to Baby Eagle, where today we journey to Slab City, America's last free place. Born from a military camp abandoned in the 1950s, this remote desert community has evolved into a sanctuary for those seeking total independence. But while it promises freedom from the rules of society, survival here comes with its own set of challenges. Join us as we explore the story behind Slab City, where resilience and creativity collide in the harsh California desert. The origins of Slab City. Let's travel back to the 1940s, during the height of World War II, when the U.S. military constructed Dunlap Camp in the harsh California desert. This artillery training base served as a vital location for soldiers to prepare for distant battles. However, after the war ended, the camp became obsolete. By 1956, the military vacated the site, dismantling much of the infrastructure, leaving only concrete slabs scattered across the barren landscape, a silent reminder of a past long gone. Hey there, where are you from? I want to know which city you're watching our video from. Please leave a comment so we don't feel lonely. A small action like this will motivate us to make more videos. Thank you, and much love to you. For decades, the site remained forgotten, a desolate stretch of land lost in the vast desert. Yet, during the 1960s and 1970s, amid the social upheavals sparked by the Vietnam War and the rise of countercultural movements, a new kind of community began to form in this abandoned place. Artists, misfits, and those searching for freedom from societal norms arrived, setting up tents, parking trailers, and building homes from whatever they could find. What was once a military outpost became a sanctuary for those seeking independence and an alternative lifestyle. Thus, Slab City was born, a place free from rent, rules, and traditional systems of control. It became a vibrant, self-sustained community where creativity and freedom flourished. Artists painted murals on the concrete slabs, musicians held impromptu performances, and individuals lived in unconventional ways, embracing a life outside the norms of society. Slab City stands today as a testament to resilience, freedom, and the enduring human desire to create something meaningful from the remnants of the past. A place beyond society's limits. Slab City started as a haven for individuals seeking to escape the constraints of conventional society, gradually evolving into a vibrant alternative community for nomadic artists, veterans, and social misfits. This remote desert outpost became a sanctuary where the ideals of freedom and independence reigned supreme, attracting those who longed for a lifestyle outside the boundaries of the mainstream. As the years went by, Slab City grew into a unique symbol of resilience and self-sufficiency. It offered a rare opportunity for people to build their lives on their own terms, without the interference of societal norms or regulations. The absence of rent, government control, and traditional laws made it a magnet for those in search of autonomy. Whether they were escaping personal hardships, political disillusionment, or simply the pressure of modern life, Slab City became more than just a physical place. It represented a quiet rebellion against the established order, a living testament to the power of community in the face of adversity. Here, creative expression flourished, with murals painted on the concrete slabs, impromptu music sessions, and a strong sense of solidarity among residents. Over time, it evolved into a community that not only survived, but thrived, despite its isolation in the harsh desert. Today, Slab City continues to stand as an enduring symbol of defiance, self-reliance, and the pursuit of an alternative way of life, attracting new generations of individuals who seek a refuge from the expectations of modern society. All right. If you're new to this channel, Baby Eagle warmly welcomes you. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on the notification bell to catch our upcoming content. The fragility of freedom in Slab City. Often referred to as the last free place in America, Slab City offers a rare escape from the societal constraints that most people face. Located in the California desert near the Salton Sea, it is a sprawling community that exists without government oversight, regulations, or formal infrastructure. For many, it's an idealized sanctuary where one can live freely, on their own terms, and without the restrictions of modern life. However, Life in Slab City is far from the romanticized notion of absolute freedom. While the absence of laws and rules may initially seem liberating, it comes with significant challenges. Without any governing authority, basic services like trash collection, health care, and even personal security are virtually non-existent. Residents must fend for themselves, often in resourceful and creative ways, to meet their everyday needs. The lack of essential utilities like electricity, running water, or reliable infrastructure means that survival in the desert requires a high degree of self-sufficiency. Many of Slab City's inhabitants rely on solar power, rainwater harvesting, and makeshift systems to manage daily life. While this independence is appealing to some, it also means dealing with the harsh realities of living in one of the most unforgiving environments in the United States. For all its freedoms, Slab City is a place where survival depends not just on resourcefulness, but on the ability to adapt to an isolated, rugged existence, one that is both empowering and, at times, perilous. A delicate balance between independence and vulnerability. In Slab City, survival is a constant balancing act between freedom and vulnerability. Residents have the liberty to create their own shelters, build homes from recycled materials, and live off the land. But this independence comes at a price. The very freedom that attracts people to the desert exposes them to harsh elements, the risk of violence, and the daily uncertainties of life without a safety net. With no government services or guarantees, Slab City offers no backup plan for those who falter. For some, this unfiltered freedom is exhilarating, while for others, it's a relentless struggle to stay afloat. The people who call Slab City home come from a diverse range of backgrounds: vagrants, artists, retirees, and those seeking refuge from societal pressures. While each individual has their own reason for settling here, they all share a deep desire for personal freedom, albeit at a steep cost. The isolation can be overwhelming, and many face challenges like mental health struggles, limited access to medical care, and a lack of professional support. Despite these difficulties, a strong sense of community persists in Slab City. People form tight-knit bonds, often relying on one another for companionship, practical help, and emotional support. It's a place where survival is not just about physical resources, but also about connection and resilience. Join us as we explore the lives of those who live in this unconventional desert refuge. We'll take a closer look at how they navigate the complexities of life without the comforts and safety of conventional society, how they build community in such an isolated and often harsh environment, and how they face the realities of living in a place that offers freedom but demands constant adaptability. The price of freedom, a constant struggle for survival. In Slab City, freedom comes at a cost. A price that is not measured in dollars, but in survival, self-reliance, and unyielding resilience. This desert community, far from the comforts of modern civilization, operates on the principle of total independence. Here, everything is built from scratch, from makeshift shelters constructed with scavenged materials to the daily rituals of surviving in one of the harshest environments in the United States. Resources are sparse, and survival depends on the ability to adapt, innovate, and depend on the community. The extreme desert climate alone presents monumental challenges. Summer temperatures often soar above 110 degrees Fahrenheit, 43 degrees Celsius, creating an environment that can be dangerously unforgiving. Water, a scarce and vital resource, is carefully rationed, with every drop being treasured and used sparingly. The need for water goes beyond drinking. It's essential for cooking, cleaning, and bathing, making its conservation an ongoing challenge. Residents are forced to become experts in water management, from capturing rainwater to reusing what they can. These everyday battles for survival are constant reminders of the price of living freely in a place like Slab City. Despite these harsh conditions, a remarkable sense of solidarity exists among Slab City's residents. Often labeled as outcasts or misfits by those who view them from the outside, these individuals form tight-knit communities that rely heavily on mutual support. What might seem like a collection of isolated individuals to outsiders is, in reality, a web of cooperation, where every resident plays a role in ensuring the survival and well-being of others. From sharing food and resources to offering emotional support, the residents of Slab City build connections that go beyond the simple need for companionship. They create bonds forged in the crucible of adversity. Living in Slab City requires an array of specialized skills, ones that are far removed from the conveniences of modern life. Installing solar panels, building shelters from scrap metal, and generating electricity using alternative energy sources are just a few of the critical abilities that residents must master. These skills are not just practical, they are symbols of autonomy, independence, and self-sufficiency. In a world where the system has largely forgotten them, these residents take pride in their ability to control their own fate, even in the face of such a challenging environment. Living without rules, the illusion of everything for free. When people first hear about Slab City, they are often captivated by the idea of a paradise where everything is free. No rent, no rules, no taxes. It sounds like the perfect escape from the constraints of modern life. But is it truly a utopia, or does the price of freedom come with hidden challenges? While there may be no rent or taxes, the harsh reality of survival in the desert quickly shatters the illusion of a carefree existence. Living in Slab City requires far more than just independence. It demands an unrelenting creativity, bartering skills, and a deep reliance on the community. With no grocery stores, utilities, or formal services, residents must rely on whatever they can scrounge: scrap metal, old vehicles, and discarded materials. Recycling is not just an environmentally conscious choice, it's a matter of survival. The absence of any formal infrastructure means that each resident is responsible for their own basic needs. Collecting water, generating electricity, and building shelters are tasks that must be handled individually or within small groups. The desert environment itself presents constant challenges, and without the conveniences of modern society, every day is a test of resourcefulness. Additionally, the transient nature of life in Slab City, where people come and go and circumstances are constantly shifting, adds yet another layer of difficulty. Adapting to these ever-changing conditions, forging relationships with people who may not be around long, and navigating the complexities of life without a safety net can be both rewarding and exhausting. In Slab City, freedom is earned, and the cost of living in this paradise is measured not just in resources, but in the continuous effort required to maintain one's independence in a place where nothing is guaranteed. A fragile refuge in the desert. Slab City has long served as a refuge for those seeking to escape the confines of modern society. Its allure lies in the freedom it offers. No rules, no taxes, no government oversight, just a place where people can carve out their own existence. However, as time passes, the difficulties of living in such a remote, resource-scarce environment are becoming harder to ignore. The unforgiving desert climate, the lack of basic infrastructure, and the constant struggle for resources are all challenges that continue to grow as more people arrive. Along with this growth comes increased attention from external authorities. What was once a hidden, free-spirited enclave is now more visible, and there's growing concern about whether Slab City can continue to exist as a lawless haven. Could the pressures of urban expansion eventually force this desert refuge to be absorbed by nearby cities? Could new regulations, driven by safety, environmental concerns, or increased population, put an end to the very freedoms that define it? The absence of legal infrastructure, once seen as a symbol of independence, now poses a serious risk to Slab City's future. Without any formal governance or legal protections, the community could be vulnerable to external forces, from land developers to local authorities, who may see it as a problem to be solved rather than a sanctuary to be preserved. The question now is whether Slab City can find a way to preserve its ideals of absolute freedom while ensuring its sustainability. The delicate balance between staying true to its rebellious spirit and adapting to an increasingly regulated world is becoming more urgent with each passing year. Can Slab City continue to be a place where people live life on their own terms? Or will it ultimately be swallowed up by the shifting forces of urbanization and changing societal norms? The future of this unique community hangs in the balance, shaped by the very forces it was created to escape. The legacy and future of Slab City. As the world around Slab City continues to change, the question of its future grows ever more pressing. For decades, it has served as a refuge for those seeking to escape the confines of mainstream society, nomads, artists, outcasts, and rebels who all found solace in its lawless expanse. But as word spreads and more people are drawn to the idea of freedom without limits, the pressure to regulate and manage this growing community intensifies. Slab City's future is far from certain. Can it withstand the forces of urban expansion and the environmental challenges of an unforgiving desert? As the population continues to swell, will the community be able to maintain its spirit of independence, or will it be forced to confront new realities, such as regulation, displacement, or external interference that threaten its way of life? The survival of Slab City is not guaranteed, but its place in the cultural imagination as a symbol of resilience, creativity, and the pursuit of freedom remains profound. Despite the challenges, Slab City's legacy will continue to spark reflection on what it means to live outside the norms of conventional society. It asks vital questions about freedom, self-sufficiency, and the human drive to carve out a life without boundaries. Thank you for joining us on this journey to explore Slab City, a place where freedom comes at a cost, but where creativity and community offer a distinct way of life. We hope this video has provided you with a deeper understanding of the lives of those who exist on the margins of society and the stories that fuel their ultimate quest for freedom. If you found this video fascinating, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and subscribe so you never miss our upcoming content. And we'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let us know what you think. Thank you for your incredible support, and we look forward to bringing you more exciting videos soon. See you next time.